Welcome to Year 3. Now, usually you'd all be sat in the room watching us for a Meet the Teacher session, a curriculum session, but due to current circumstances, we are having to film ourselves with our curriculum evening. This is the first video we have uploaded to our new YouTube channel. We hope you enjoy it.
So we'll just go through some general information to start with. So we've got lots of adults working across Year 3. So we've got obviously me and Miss Gregory, we've got Mrs Foot, Mrs Tucker, Mrs Hill, Mrs Derlecker and Mrs Medina. So you'll probably see some of those adults across both classes across the week. Just a reminder, so the start of our day, children can start coming in at 8:45 and up until 9. So register closes at 9 so they can come at any time between then. And obviously our end of the day has changed slightly now, so we're saying to parents that they can start to arrive from 3:20 and we will be downstairs at 3:20 so that if you want to collect your child then you can. We will be there though until the last child's collected, so there is no rush. As long as the children are collected by 3:30 then someone will be there to wait with them. PPA this year is on a Thursday afternoon. So they will be doing music and they will have Shine Sports at the moment. So on a Thursday, the children need to come to school dressed in their PE kit. It needs to be appropriate for the weather because they will be in it all day. So it needs to be warm if it's cold, obviously. And obviously if it's really hot, we need hats and things like that. Please make sure your PE kit is named as well, because it might be things they don't normally wear and might not have their name in it. So just make sure it's named, so if we lose it, we can get it back to you. We also will confirm the children's PE day that they will have with us once that we've finalised it. We're just waiting for a few more things, but we will let you know as soon as we know.
So I'm now going to talk to you about maths in Year 3. Please don't worry if you can't see the screen very clearly in the video. We are going to upload the flip as a PDF to our website and we'll show you where that is at the end of this video. So, maths in Year 3. As you might have seen when you came to a Meet the Teacher session in Year 2, next I'm going to just run you through place value, addition and subtraction, multiplication and division, some reasoning and problem solving, just to give you a bit of a gist of what we will be doing. So, in place value, the main objective is recognising the place value of each digit and partitioning in different ways. As you can see at the bottom, or you will be able to see from the PDF on the website, we've got different representations of how we do that in class, and these might be really useful for you to take a look at. Our addition and subtraction slide looks very similar. Our main objective is to add and subtract 3-digit numbers, and again, as you can see, there's lots of pictorial representations of how we will do this with the children. In multiplication and division, one of the really important things for the children to be able to do this year is to recall their 2, 5, 10, 3, 4 and 8 times table. It's really important that the children are building these skills and they have rapid recall of these skills. So if we ask them what is 3 times 4, they know the answer quickly without having to use resources, fingers or anything else to help them work it out. They may need resources to help them understand what they are doing, but we will be building skills so that they have rapid recall of those skills. We'll also be multiplying a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number and dividing a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. And for those, as you can see, again, lots of pictorial representations. Fractions, decimals and percentages is quite a big area of maths for us in Year 3. Some of the main objectives include finding a fraction of an amount, adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator, comparing and ordering fractions, and finding equivalent fractions. And again, there are some example questions to help you. Now in Year 3 we will continue with the mastery and problem solving which the children have been learning all the way through their journey in Wheatfield. And on the following slide, there are some examples of different word problems. There's a lot of pictures and different things to support them to solve these. Maths Planets. Now, last Friday, we did a practice run of Maths Planets. So we're going to do Maths Planets each Friday. And now that we've done a practice run, the children should know what level they are on. If they don't, please come to us and we'll be able to give you this piece of information, or get your child to ask one of us and we'll be able to tell them. We are going to upload the Year 2 and the Year 3 Maths Planets overviews to our Year 3 webpage so that you've got an idea of what those look like. Other things that you can be doing at home to help your child with their maths learning include learning to be able to tell the time. This is another really big area of maths for Year 3. In Year 3, all children should be learning to tell time to the nearest minute on an analogue clock. And we know that children know digital time, they see it around on their iPads, on their smartwatches, on their Fitbits, but an analogue clock is something which they can find quite tricky. So any practicing you can be doing of telling the time would be greatly appreciated. Also, practicing times tables, as I've already said, rapid recall is really, really important. There are websites, Hit the Button is something that we use in school and is something that children really love. This is a great one for rapid recall and is something you can be doing at home. We'll also, at some point this year, when the children are ready, start to do some times table grids, again, building that rapid recall. And finally, Maths Shed is something else that you can be continuing to do at home to support your child with their maths learning.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about reading and writing in Year 3 now. So reading is a huge focus in every year in the school. We can't emphasise how important it is that children are reading at home with an adult. So each week on a Friday, the children, if they have finished their book, will receive a new book from the teacher. So please make sure that reading records and reading books are in on a Friday. So the reading challenge. So we're going to be carrying on the reading challenge this year. We will count them on a Friday. So when they bring in their reading records, we will count them up then for them. Once they've read 50 times, they will get a book from Mr. Winterburn. Children can read school books, library books, anything that they've got at home or in school, as long as they mark it down. So there's lots of reading objectives here, which obviously you'll be able to read once we put this up on the website. But there's lots of different skills that we are going to teach them and show them during Year 3. Things like just response, about inference, and you'll be able to read all of these in detail on the website. So these are just some examples of the questions. So we're going to be doing it eventually we're going to move to a whole class approach. So we will all read the same book and we'll be answering questions about it based on the things that they have read. So in writing, we are going to write across a whole load of genres this year. So we do stories, we do instructions, we do non-fiction, we do things like poetry, so that they have a really wide range of the things that they are writing and so that they have a purpose for their writing as well. These are just some of the grammar objectives, which again you'll be able to read clearly when we put it on the website. So we do a weekly spelling test. It's going to be in the form of a dictation, which they should be used to from Year 2. We're going to test every Friday. So it's going to be written in their homework books. And you should have all of the terms' spellings already stuck in. So we've given the whole terms already stuck in the beginning of their homework book. So again, just make sure that they bring their homework books in on a Friday. So the spelling words that we're going to be focusing on, we've got a statutory word list, which is the Year 3-4 word list, which really is the words that they should know how to use and spell sort of throughout the whole of Year 3 and 4. We're also going to be using different spelling patterns that we'll send home as well, and also the use of Spelling Shed. So if you have any questions about that as well, please come and see one of us and we will see if we can help you.
In the wider curriculum, as you can see, we've got lots of new logos for our wider curriculum. We've been doing lots of work on our wider curriculum to make it more interesting, engaging and knowledge-rich for our children. Now, these are subjects that have always been really important to us at Wheatfield, but we really wanted to take that up a notch so that they're getting even more from it. So for each wider curriculum subject, the children will see what we are calling a pupil knowledge and skills organiser. So I'm going to show you a DT one. So our DT unit this term is I am a designer and it's all about textiles. And as you can see from the pupil knowledge and skills organiser, we have got objectives that they're going to cover, some useful pictures to help them understand what we are doing, key vocabulary, and we're really focusing on our key vocabulary in all areas of the curriculum and really developing children's knowledge of vocabulary so that they all have a rich vocabulary. And then on the back of our knowledge and skills organisers, there's lots of different questions which we will use with the children to recap the knowledge and skills that they have learnt this unit. We have found in the past that we will cover a unit and the children can talk about what they've done, and we leave it a little while and they cannot recall those skills as much and that the knowledge that they've learned. And we think it's really important that they're able to recall everything that they have learnt. Our Year 3 autumn term newsletter is going to be going home soon, and this has got details of lots of other wider curriculum subjects and our reading, writing, maths and science. This will give you a wider overview of what we are going to do in Year 3 this autumn term.
So just a quick reminder that Whitfield Plus and Shine After School Clubs are now back up and running. We're running them in 3 separate bubbles so that they are safe, and there's currently spaces for both After School Club and Breakfast Club, and they can be booked in just the normal way. So if you do need that service, then please do book on in the normal way that you would. If you have any questions, then please speak to the class teacher at the end of the day. So we will both be around at the end of the day, and like I said, we will wait until all children have been collected. So if you just hover around, we will be more than happy to speak to you then. If this isn't possible and you aren't able to get there, or you feel like you would rather send an email, then please either contact the office or you can email either one of us to arrange a time to speak.
Finally, as we've said, this presentation and other supporting resources will be uploaded to our Year 3 class page on the school website. Just a little reminder, if you go to wheatfieldprimary.com and along the top bar, find the part that says class pages, that will give you a drop down and you can then access the Year 3 class page. And from there, you'll be able to find everything that we have spoken about. Thank you very much for listening.
See you soon. Bye.